Hello, Patreon friends. I hope you're enjoying my yoga classes. I shared a video on some basics of ideas about sprouting for springtime, and I'm going to show you another idea today. So I just shared some sprouting tips, which was lots of fun for the Shivananda Yoga Ashram Farm, their Good Karma Diet weekly cooking class with Mahalakshmi. And I'm all set up, so I wanted to just show you. So the other day I showed you how you can simply sprout lentils or mung beans or different beans for adding nutrients to soups, salads, or sandwiches. If you really want to ramp up your health, the antioxidants, vitamin C, and some nutrients, you can double or even triple the amount you get from sprouting versus cooking. Now, you don't necessarily have to be raw food all the time or vegan, but if you just add some sprouts, which you can make easily at home, and you don't even need special jars, I'll show you. But if you add some sprouts to your soups on top of it, or salads, or on the side of a pasta dish, you're going to get a lot of nutrients, sometimes way more than you would get from cooked foods. So the more healthy foods we get that are filled with the good things, the less hopefully we will crave and want of the junk, processed sugars, and not so good things for the body to keep healthy and full of energy. So mung beans and lentils I showed in the other video, and that you can just get in bulk. Ideally GMO free, not in organics, the best, but all you do is put it in a cup of water, soak it overnight. Just put it, the dried beans, lentils, mung, or alfalfa, whatever you're putting. If you have a sprouting jar, it has a filter top like that. I learned on a YouTube video you can also make your own just by buying a sheet for like $1 or so of this mesh plastic. I think it's some type of yarn or knitting thing. And then you can cut out your own circles and make your own lids on top of jars. But basically you just soak it 8 to 12 hours. Overnight's the easiest in water. So if you put in a scoop of the mung bean or lentil, put in like double the amount of water, doesn't matter, just have it covered. The next morning, rinse out all the water. Now, if you don't have any type of sprouting jars, that's totally fine, because you can use a kitchen strainer, which is what I just showed at the ashram farm. And then you just take the water out and then put it can be a takeout food container, put the beans or sprouts once they're rinsed. And then after that first day of soaking, you're just going to rinse it morning and night. That's it, twice a day. If you have these mesh jars, whether pre-made, bought, or you make your own, you know, fill it with water morning and night, and then dump out the water. They say tilt it on the side so the beans are spread out. And then in 2 to 3 days or more, it's going to grow tails like that. And that's when it's ready to eat. It's life energy. It's growing. It's not dead and processed like animal foods or junk foods. So enjoy it. And if you want to get more into sprouting, like I've been really into it lately, sunflower seeds, they're starting to grow the tails. Soon they're going to grow little green leaves. Here is, I believe this is radish sprouts. And you can see that is 2 days in or so, and it's starting to grow tails. These type of racks have a drain on the bottom, and you rinse it twice a day from that. So there's all kinds of things you can do. You can put the jars on a tilt. I just bought the organic peas for sprouting, and I'm trying that, and that'll grow tails. Lots of fun. You know, you can even sprout garbanzo beans. This, I didn't have a sprouting jar. I used a just cup, and I'm just rinsing it in a strainer, but I'm going to show you close up. This is when you, instead of cooking garbanzo beans, which are great for vegan and vegetarian protein, they start to grow tails. You can actually sprout them, and then they're crunchy. I don't love the taste in it so much, but if you put like some lemon juice or add it with other things you enjoy and vegetables in a salad, it's great. I actually even made sprouted garbanzo bean hummus the other day. So I sprouted garbanzo beans just because that way it has more nutrients. And then I put it in a NutriBullet with some tahini, a little water, little spice, and blended it. And that was a raw food hummus. So there's lots you can do. These are sprouts ready to eat. So much you can do. And you really don't need special sprouting jars. You can, as I said, just use a strainer. But I hope that inspires you. Alfalfa sprouts are the ones most people know, which you can buy at grocery stores as well. And those what most people know in like deli sandwiches and such. And those seeds are smaller, so you just got to make sure your strainer is, you know, small holes, or double up your strainer so they don't go through when you rinse it. So I hope that helps. Anything I can do to help save animals by inspiring people to add more vegan or vegetarian plant-based food to their diet, even if they don't fully go vegan. But anything I can do to help save some animals by having people eat less meat is great. Now, if you're just doing it for health, that's fine too. It still saves the animals. And I also want to help people's health as a yoga teacher. So between ramping up nutrients for our own health, decreasing inflammation in the body, disease prevention, helping animals by not eating them, by eating more sprouting or raw or vegetarian foods, or vegan foods, and sustainability. One more benefit. Sprouts are so sustainable because you can buy them in bulk, like lentil beans, so you're not getting all the packaging. And it's so sustainable because you don't need a certain temperature. You can grow them year-round indoors in a kitchen. You don't need seasons to grow them. And you don't have to wait or go to even the farmer's market. You can do it by yourself. So sustainable, saving also gas and fumes from driving to buy fresh vegetables every day. So it can be added to your fresh vegetables, but very sustainable in terms of you can grow it on your own. They're very inexpensive, not packaging. You can sprout them in glass jars, so you're not using plastic. So if that inspired you, wonderful. If you have questions, feel free to email. I made this for my Patreon members. I'm so happy you're enjoying my chair yoga and yoga classes on here. And I'm adding some yogic diet ideas, such as raw foods sprouting for spring. Have a great day. Namaste.